Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Joy here. I'll be doing a fragrance review from House of Carven. And this is my second Carven review. Following the first one was Carven Low Intense, this beautiful masterpiece. You guys know I love that fragrance. It has beast mode performance. And let's see what we have from the this episode particularly. As you can see from title, it's Carven Homme. And those who follow fragrance journey or sorry fragrance YouTube community, you guys know that is a very hard to find discontinued gem. So I'll let you know all the information, how I got it and why did I buy it, what was the reason and how does it smell, who is it for, stuff like that. But before anything else, I'd like to say thanks to our cricket team, not the whole team basically, but mostly Sakib Al Hassan. Like if you follow cricket, he is like the one man army. He was the top performer in the World Cup, even though we ended in a very bad manner. Like we lost both the games in the against India and Pakistan, but we could have done better. But thanks to Sakib Al Hassan, we actually could pick up 3 wins in the World Cup, beating two very good teams, especially. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. So what I was trying to say is thanks to Sakib Al Hassan for bringing us so much glory in the World Cup, and there are a few more games left, so let's enjoy those games. And as a Bangladeshi, I think we have to look forward to more newer players because some of our older players are actually like causing the team to suffer nowadays. Anyway, so Carven Homme, first of all, it was released in 1990. Okay, that was the year 1990. People say this is a clone of Gucci Envy, and Gucci Envy is one of the four big fragrances from House of Gucci when Tom Ford was creative director. Okay, Gucci Purom 1, Gucci Purom 2, Gucci Rush, and Gucci Envy. So I really wanted them all. Even like Tom Ford, wherever he worked, I really felt like his work was really like significant. Even like YSL, they had M7 fragrance, the M7 Reeve Gosh. I think these are the time of Tom Ford. So I wanted this Carven Homme very badly because Gucci Envy at this moment is very expensive. I had Gucci Purom 2, Gucci Purom 1, both vintage. I still have Gucci Purom 1, and I have Azaro's Visit, which kinda has that opening I heard of Gucci Rush, which is also very hard to find. And somewhat I'm kind of satisfied that I got Carven because it's supposed to be replacing Gucci Envy. But funny thing is, Gucci Envy was released in 1998, right? So I think Carven Homme, the one I'm about to review, is the inspiration for Gucci Envy, even though I never smell Gucci Envy. So these are the disclaimers, right? Keep in mind. Why did I buy it? Before I start the review, I had to blind buy this fragrance. I had no way I can test it, try it before I buy because I bought it from a community member as a partial bottle. This fragrance, first reason is very hard to find. Second of all, it's very expensive. For 50 ml, it's going for 80 pounds or so on online prices. 100 ml, it's much more expensive. So I thought, let's get it. How much did I get it for? I'm not going to disclose that. But the main reason was Sebastian Zara's reviews. Okay, and I think there's another one. The average cologne guy, he doesn't review anymore. These two channels, Sebastian Zara and the average cologne guy, their reviews were really inspiring. They said this is even better than, especially average cologne guy said this is better than Gucci Envy. So let's see what you get. That's the reason I bought it for, and I have a big 100 ml bottle, and there is about 95 ml or so left. So this is the packaging. When it came out first, it used to be I think $15 or so, and that was a cheapie actually. You could find it at Walmart, but then they discontinued this. Now it's very hard to find. So new one, they have Carven Purom. There's a looks like Carven low intense bottle. New bottle, do not buy that and this is different juice. So this is basically like a very cheap packaging, to be honest, but looks nice. It's transparent. These are all like plastic, and the box is not very robust. That's how that box looks, and the name would be in front, Carven Homme Paris. Okay, here. So let's open this. This bottle reminds me of one fragrance that I have for a very long time. Okay, this is how that bottle looks, and I'll show you what similarity I see. Hugo Boss bottle, the juice color is kind of same. Bottle design different, but the cap and juice color kind of same. Okay, so this is how that bottle looks. Very simplistic bottle. I mean, I did not find it to be very expensive looking, but it has solid glass base. The juice color is pretty much greenish, yellowish. Looks like Gucci Envy also. Carven Homme and Paris. And bottom, you find the sticker here. Okay, cap looks like that. So the cap on this is not snug fit. It comes off very easily, okay, but that's not a problem. It's a nice simplistic cap. The sprayer on this is very, very good. Wearing nothing on my hand. Let's see. It does its job very well. So now this fragrance, that $15 cologne, is actually going for very high price tag. So if you can find it somewhere, I would suggest, if you can get it for 50 ml for a $50 price tag, get it. It's a good deal. Okay. So this fragrance, it's very unique kind of fragrance. First of all, those who are wondering Gucci Envy and this how close, I cannot tell you because I never smell Gucci Envy, but I can tell you how this one smells. This fragrance, it's not for everybody. First of all, this fragrance is kind of spicy, old school classic kind of smell. It has kind of like a fougere feel. It has some spices, it has some woody notes, very complex yet beautiful scent. The thing is, first of all, which season is it for? It's, I think, mild cold weather, it would be perfect. Fall, our winters, it would be perfect to wear this. It will warm you up very nicely. Okay, so this fragrance, the opening is kind of spicy. It opens up kind of spicy, and this makes it kind of like a more masculine, more mature scent. I don't think it's for youngsters. Those who are teenagers, they'll find it like dad kind of smell, like a father kind of smell, because it has some maturity to it. It reminds me of few fragrances I will show you, but when I was wondering what this smells like, so like watching the reviews, I cannot actually get the idea how this smells, because unless you smell something, sometimes the fragrances, you cannot tell how they smell. So I bought it and then I smelled it. So yeah, so age, season, everything gone. It's a fantastic fragrance. Okay, I'll tell you this much. First of all, it's a fantastic masterpiece sort of fragrance. Okay, but you really have to like spicy, woody, kind of like, if you like lavender also, and sandalwood, nutmeg, this kind of notes, you're gonna maybe like this. The closest comparison that I have in my collection, I can give you the idea is, if you, I'm just gonna say it out there, but I can be wrong. Boucheron Jaipur. If you like this fragrance, this and this have the same sort of maturity, masculinity, even though this one is a lot more louder and a lot more beast mode. But you get some idea. So I wanted to give you some idea what this one smells like, right? This one, in the opening, you do not, I don't know if it's like a citrus, there's tons of notes. Let me read you the notes better for you from Fragrantica, then I'll let you know what I smell in this. Okay, so they have notes like bergamot, lavender, juniper berries, geranium, and rosewood. Those are the notes up top. Rosewood was featured, I think, in Egoist by Chanel. Okay, and there's heart is cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, cedar, sandalwood, and vetiver. The base, you get leather, labdanum, patchouli, amber, musk, tobacco, vanilla. Those are their base notes. But I'll tell you what are the major notes that I smelled right away. I smelled some peppery opening, okay, and I also get cinnamon, nutmeg, these two combo. These two are kind of like spicy, sweet, and that mixes with the lavender, bergamot. There is an old school kind of citrus thing, that bergamot, that also you get in this kind of perfumes, but not very modern kind of bergamot. So this is old school sort of fashion, like Italian mafia would wear something like it, okay? Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, all in one film. They might be rocking this, okay? This one feels like that. So the opening sort of like stays for 15 minutes, then it changes. Then the lavender starts taking over, some woody notes, the rosewood, the combo starts taking over, and the spiciness remains. And the dry down, it's so classy. It's not super beast mode, it's not super loud. If you want something loud, go for the Jaipur. It's much more spicier, vanilla. But this one, on the dry down, it stays like mild and has a nice sort of aura around you, okay? So it creates sort of like a masculinity around you, but not super loud to disturb others. So if you're wearing this on a fall day, going for work, you'll definitely feel like this is a signature scent that nobody's rocking around you, because you cannot find this anymore, right? So among all the Sauvage, all the other modern sweet fragrances, Tonka Bean Heavy, this is going to be a different, like a deviation from all those. Not saying those are not good, those are great, but this is going to be like a very uplifting, masculine, handsome smell, which sort of like portraits a manly, masculine man, okay? And this is something I would wear on a work situation, is great. Night outs, cooler night outs. Suit, definitely it's a suit fragrance. Um, let's say you have dinner plans with your friends who are all like a mature crowd, or you're going for in a crowd which is like 30 plus. This is perfect. So it gives you a little bit, warms you up a little bit because of the cinnamon, okay, and the nutmeg. Think of like spicy cooking, like a turkey, it's making a little bit spicy, or even if you're having like a little bit spicy food, this one will go perfectly with it. Okay, so there is this floral geranium. I think I detected somewhere at the base or somewhere at the heart. Okay, I do not get so much of leather and so many other notes that have been mentioned, but perhaps there is a little bit of sandalwood. So the sandalwood, so this is the combination. Major five notes are at first I would say the nutmeg, then the cinnamon, then I would say lavender, um, then I think something's peppery in this as well, and the last one is sandalwood. Those are the major players, and that geranium. So if you think of it, it's kind of complex, but it's a very comforting scent as well. It's very classy with a nice fedora, nest fedora, or a hat, and you dress very classy. This is the perfume. Okay, so why am I saying it's not for everybody? Because it has a dated feel to it, because it's 90s era. This one has that feel of it, but it's never dated. It has a dated feel, but it's not dated. So those who are now 30 and above, definitely try to check this perfume out. Gucci Envy, it's gonna go for 3 times or 2 times more the price than this, so I think still it's a good value. You will be lucky if you can get 100 ml of this. You can secure or find somewhere in a drugstore or somewhere, grab it. Just keep it, you'll feel so good. Like a discontinued gem, super expensive, you score it for 50 bucks and less. Score, I would say, score. Okay, so presentation and everything, it doesn't matter. It's a very simplistic presentation, but the juice inside is magical. Uh, to me, the longevity and projection, it's a moderate. It's like about 7 out of 10 on both categories. It's not super beast, but the smell, 10. Versatility, I think if you stay in the AC room, you can wear it in summer, no problem, but more on rainy days and cooler months. Okay, uh, age, mature age. This is a mature men's perfume. It's a very masculine, very good and solid personality. You know, it smells like this person has knowledge. And it's very noble sort of fragrance. Okay, so kind of like a professor, I would say. Okay, I think my dad would love rocking this in his classes. So overall, Carven Homme is a masterpiece. Okay, it's definitely successful blind buy, and not just because of the price point or whatever. Even if this one costed 10 bucks, I would give it a masterpiece. Okay, it used to be 10-15 bucks, but now it's not. But even if it was not super expensive now, I'll still say this is a very good fragrance. So there's another fragrance Sebastian Zara said, I think uh, Floris Santal, I forgot the house name, that is a niche fragrance. He said that and this, if you combine, you get Gucci Envy. But I would say credit to this fragrance. If Gucci Envy smell like this, the credit goes to this one, right? To the Carven house. So try it out if you see somewhere. It's a collection worthy, but definitely try first, get a sample. If you like it, then hunt down a bottle. It's an accurate taste, right? So one last thing I want to say, that someone said this smells like Chanel's Egoist, not Platinum, just the Egoist. I can kind of see it like woody aspect of it, but that one has, I think, rose. Egoist has a rose note. This one doesn't have that quite rosy feel, but the geranium is in it. Perhaps kind of the woody aspect, maybe similar to that, but very different fragrance, this one and that one. Okay, so overall this fragrance for me is a perfect 10, but I would not recommend blind buying this. Okay, get a sample, right? So that is Carven Homme for you. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting. Everybody take care, have a very nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.